Yo, AC Shadows comes out next week on Switch 2, and I could not be more excited. We haven't seen too much past the initial announcement trailer in terms of uncut gameplay, and normally I would be a little concerned, a little worried about that, but they did do the exact same thing with Star Wars Outlaws. They waited up until the last day or two before it came out to allow reviewers and previewers to post full uncut gameplay of it, mostly because they were probably working up to the very last second to get that build out ready for launch. But it still gave us an amazing experience. They patched it even more since then, so it's in its best possible shape. If you're on the fence about that game on Switch 2, definitely pick it up. It's got my stamp of approval. That's just me though. AC Shadows is up next, and honestly, I think it's gonna even be better than Outlaws. I don't know if there'll be ray tracing there, probably not, but I still think that the end results will be just as good, if not better, than Star Wars. But guys, if you're enjoying these videos, please hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. I got you with the content. Thank you very much. I appreciate you. So the game comes out next week. One thing I want to point out is that file size. For now, at least, it's sitting at the 62.7 gigabyte install. This will be a game key card. It's not going to be fully physical. I understand how some of y'all feel about that. If you hate game key cards so much, go ahead and buy this digitally. I don't know what message y'all think you're sending to Nintendo about that, but hey, I'm not here to argue. It's up to y'all. But I say for now, we've seen a lot of games jump in file size as they inch closer to the release date, and sometimes they've even dropped, right? So that could end up being higher or lower depending on if Ubisoft can manage to cram even higher quality textures, for example, or if they're using a bit more of an efficient DLSS technique. But for comparison, the PS5 version of this game is 102 gigabytes. It's about 133 gigabytes on Xbox systems and about 115 gigs on PC. So it's about half the storage size that we see on other systems. Star Wars Outlaws was somewhere in the mid 20s, if I'm remembering correctly, but that had RTGI in it. So it'll be very interesting to see how the Switch 2 version ends up looking. But like I said, I'm not too worried about it. I think Ubisoft will do a great job, just like they did with Outlaws. This could have fit on a 64 gigabyte cart, and if I had to choose, obviously, like I said, I would prefer to be fully on the cart, 100%. But it could have been necessary for them to need to use the internal memory for this game to give us the best experience that they could on this system. So I'm gonna wait for confirmation on that. That was the case for Star Wars Outlaws. That also could have fit on a 64 gigabyte cart, but the dev said that it was more beneficial for that game to be running off the internal storage. So if that's what it takes to get some of these games on this platform, if that's a workaround available to them to kind of sidestep those issues of loading and streaming data, I'm all for it. I'm looking forward to more games coming out to the platform. It's going to be nice to be able to get these high quality, high graphical games running on Switch 2. Yes, it's not in the most traditional and seamless and time convenient ways, but it's here. The games are here, the games are showing up, and they're looking amazing, guys. I really just feel like we got to look at the bigger picture here. That's just me. Ubisoft even came out today with an Assassin's Creed Attack on Titan crossover. We got our main character wearing Mikasa's outfit and scarf. Like, I don't know, this looks kind of goofy. I don't even like, I love Attack on Titan and stuff like this can be cool, but I don't know, there's so many stuff coming out. I think I'm just gonna play the main story, you know, get that traditional Assassin's Creed experience. Last time I played Assassin's Creed was Black Flag on Wii U, honestly. Ironically enough, that was the last time they made an amazing Assassin's Creed game, which is funny because when Shadows came out, people were swearing it was going to flop and it was going to do horribly and saying like this game's going to be garbage. The game hasn't even been out for a year yet, and they already seem pretty happy with the sales numbers. The Switch 2 port is right around the corner, along with this nice DLC update, you know, for those who care. That's only going to push the sales even further and boost its success. It's going to top the eShop charts the second it's available, all right? Just like Star Wars Outlaws did, just like Tomb Raider did this week. So everyone who's praying for the downfall of this game, just like y'all were with Ghost of Yotei, you're wrong, all right? I did decide to skip out on this AC Shadows, not because of all the controversy, but when it first came out, I was very positive it would show up on Switch 2, and I definitely wanted my first experience playing this type of game to be on this type of hybrid system. And honestly, Ubisoft and Nintendo did not disappoint. The game looks beautiful. I'm real impressed with the visuals. Just off the screenshots alone, I feel like it'll look even better in person once we get a more current, up-to-date build presented. Once the game goes gold, once we get our hands on it, I think it's going to be a great time. I think y'all should definitely check out this game. Keep your eye out for it. It's going to be $60 coming out December 2nd, 2 days before Prime. I know, gonna be kind of tight. If you can't get both, I say get Prime 4. Wait for that discount. You know that's coming, if we being honest. But I can't wait that long. I've already waited since March. I want to get my hands on it, so I'm gonna get it December 2nd. I'm gonna play as much as I can before December 4th, because as soon as Metroid hits, I'm dropping everything. But let me know what you guys think about it down below in the comment section. Are you excited for Assassin's Creed Shadows on Switch 2? Have you played this game before? Are you going to be using the cross-play feature to go from your PS5 or your PC or your Xbox to the Switch 2 version? What are y'all thoughts about that? I appreciate you guys for watching. Thank you. And I'm gonna catch y'all in the next video. Peace out.